welcome to the first ever edition of Forward Recap. This will now be the Sunday show for wrestling. I will talk about the past week and what is to come in the following week. So, I will also do a top 8 matches of the week. I will do 2 for each show. This week and next week will be a 10 because yesterday was War Games. Tonight is Survivor Series. So Survivor Series will go on next week's list. War Games, of course, will go on this list. So let's kick off with some positive notes. Let's start the top 10 matches of the week. I put the no disqualification, no contest matches up at the top because all of these are great matches, except for the ending of those matches weren't to my liking. We could have had a winner. I understand in some cases why it had to end that way, but in other cases it was just weird. Seth versus Andrade. This was a good match, but it ended with the Lucha House Party attacking Seth. So the face Lucha House Party attacked the face Seth. I know they couldn't have him attack Andrade. He would have taken Seth's spot, but yeah. But the match itself was great. It should have had an ending. Then we got number 9, Kevin Owens versus Drew McIntyre. Again, another one that ended in no contest. Triple H came out and offered Kevin Owens a spot on NXT, but the match itself was really good. Miz versus Daniel Bryan. I love Miz versus Daniel Bryan matches. I understand why this one ended in no contest. We have to play out that the Fiend. I really do not know how Daniel Bryan is going to beat him. I do not see it. Then we have 7 so those were 2 of them were Raw matches, and then the SmackDown match. We have the Boss versus Flair versus Ripley. I am really, really getting on the Ripley train. She is an incredible athlete, and she won. She won this match. This was, of course, taped on SmackDown. Number 6, we have Nick versus Phoenix. I like this. They were pulled out all the stops. Phoenix gets the win. This is AEW. Really good stuff they put on in AEW. If you're not watching Dynamite, you really should be. Then we get Moxley versus Allen, Darby Allin. Moxley wins. This is another AEW match again. I know that Raw and SmackDown have stepped it up, but they had to. Survivor Series, it was because of NXT. But Dynamite, man. Dynamite is, in my opinion, in some cases, better than Raw and SmackDown. The reason why NXT and AEW are kind of unknown is because for hardcore wrestling fans, it's fresh. It's new. It's not repetitive. I can watch Raw and practically call everything that's going to happen. I watch SmackDown because they've been around for so long that they have a system now and they just keep plugging it in. AEW and NXT, however, haven't been around that long, so they get to try new things. But that's what also hurts them, is because not everybody, casual fans, don't really know these indie wrestlers, these up-and-comers. And if that's the reason why you're not watching these 2 shows, you need to give it a chance, man, because these guys, it's unpredictable. First of all, that is what makes it good, is that with the main roster guys, this guy's going over, this guy's not. With these other guys, AEW did it right, brought in some known guys, and then kind of mixed it in. They do very well with their wrestling. It's more focused on the story in the ring. So please go check them out. Where was I? 4. Matt Riddle versus Ricochet. Matt Riddle wins. This was taped at NXT. Ricochet came out and attacked Matt Riddle's opponent. Was like, you're going to face me now. I flipped. This NXT show was fantastic because all the invaders were former NXT or involved in NXT in a big way. 3 Undisputed versus the Revival. The reason why this is 3, this was also taped on NXT because I like that Raw, really good, hard-hitting tag team action. We do not see this on the main rosters. This is like a gift. And the Revival are good. They get overshadowed because nobody gives a crap. They're not the Usos or the New Day. They're really good. They're really good at what they do. They go out and they wrestle old school, and it's awesome. Number 2, we have Finn versus Matt Riddle at War Games. I had to do 2 per show because if not, then War Games would have took over like 4 spots on this list. War Games. I'll get in that in a minute. So Finn beats Matt Riddle. Hard-hitting match. Matt gets the ankle lock a couple times on Finn. Matt does the spear into the bro hammer. Just putting bro in front of every move. It was good. It was a really good match. And then number 1 is going to the men's War Game match. The inclusion of Kevin Owens. All of the members of Ciampa hit a spot on a table at the end with Ciampa doing his move off the top of the cage and pinning NXT champion. Let's talk about War Games. Holy crap. Survivor Series has got to step it up. That's another problem WWE main roster has, is that booking NXT the night before, most of the time it wins. Like, I'm just going to put it out there. All the time it wins. Not most of the time. But tonight, I have faith because NXT is involved. Survivor Series is going to be really good. Probably I'm going to call it the best pay-per-view of the main card this year. Probably, I'm going to take it probably in the last 10 years. Probably since. It's going to be up there. Watch it disappoint me. But it was just awesome. All the matches were awesome. The females War Games match, I thought they were going to lose. There's only 2 of them. Somehow, I'm telling you, I got 3 out of 5 predictions. Ripley is the next NXT Women's Champion. I'm calling it now. So, let's get down to what's to come. We're going to have the fallout with SmackDown and Raw from Survivor Series. NXT is going to move on to the next chapter in NXT. We'll probably get Ciampa versus Adam Cole. We're going to start that feud. We got to get new tag team feud for Undisputed. And I'm not really sure. Keith Lee and Dijakovic haven't squashed their little thing yet. So that'll probably be for moving on to who takes on Adam Cole. I'm very excited about all that. AEW will pick up. We'll have Hangman Page versus MGF for the AEW Big Diamond ring. I'm calling it MGF is going to win just because of the whole Cody Rhodes feud and because Cody brought that ring, a similar ring to Ring of Honor. I'm calling it. So, with that being said, let's get to the predictions for, looking on the computer, let's get to the predictions for our Survivor Series match. Wow, I think they're scattered. I don't know how they're going to do tonight's matches. 8? That seems a little less for WWE. We got Brock Lesnar versus Rey Mysterio in a no-holds-bar match. Rey. I'm going with Rey. I think that the no-holds-bar match is for Rey's benefit. Then we have the triple threat: Becky Lynch, Bayley, Shayna Baszler. I can't speak. I'm going to tell you right now, all my picks are going to be NXT black and gold all night. I know I'm wearing the man t-shirt, and Becky, I love you to death, but black and gold all night, baby. So, Baszler. I have Baszler winning this. I think Ronda's going to show up. Viking Raiders. We just fucking cut out the war. New Day and Undisputed. I'm going with Undisputed. Again, black and gold all day. Team Raw. This is the women's. We have Charlotte, Natalya, Asuka, Kyrie, and Sarah Logan versus Team SmackDown. We got Banks, Carmella, Brooke, Lacey Evans, and Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross is looking fantastic, by the way. Versus Team NXT, Ripley, Candice LeRae, Bianca Belair, Leo Shirai, and Storm, because Storm and Ripley are best friends. That makes sense. I'm going to go with Team NXT. Oh, shocker. Then we got Team Raw, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, Ricochet, and I'm going to say Andrade is going to take Kevin Owens' spot. Versus Team SmackDown, Roman Reigns, Mustafa Ali, Braun Strowman, and Corbin, not calling it King Corbin, and Shorty G. Oh, I hate that freaking name. Versus Team NXT, which is going to be announced tonight on the pre-show by Shawn Michaels. I will be at Frozen too. So I'm going to not look at my phone at all. I'm going to come home. I'm going to get right on WWE. I'm going to watch Survivor Series. Let's see. We go at 6:15 or something like that. So I probably won't be back until almost 9. So yeah, I'm not watching my phone or not looking at my phone. I don't know what the pre-show match is. I think that, yeah, it's not on here. The pre-show match, one of the matches is going to be Angel versus Leo Rush for the Cruiserweight Championship. I'm going Leo. That I will. Don't hear about the pre-show. However, talking about this, I'm going to go with Ciampa being the team leader. Going with pretty much the team last night, because Undisputed is not all of them are in a match. So we can have the team we had last night who won. Matter of fact, I'm going with that because that makes sense, and that is the best group of guys we have right now. Unless we switch one or two out with Velveteen Dream, that would be really cool. Switch. I don't want to take out Keith Lee. Dang it. See, it's really hard. Switch one of those two out. Nijakovic or Keith Lee with Velveteen Dream. And the last guy being Kevin Owens. We need Kevin Owens. And Kevin Owens picking up the win for NXT. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus Roderick Strong. AJ Styles, U.S. champion. Shinsuke Nakamura, the IC champion with that new belt, which wasn't really needed. You keep the Universal title blue. Come on. And then you change the IC title, which we like. What is wrong with you? And then we get Roderick Strong is North American champion, which the North American Championship looks much better than the Universal title, just to let you know. Again, Roderick Strong going black and gold. Then we have The Fiend versus Daniel Bryan. I'm going with The Fiend. I don't see Daniel Bryan picking up the championship just yet. He might be the one to defeat him, maybe if he pulls back into the Yes movement on that hero status, maybe. I'm not sure. Right now he's like bipolar. Then we have Adam Cole versus Pete Dunne for the NXT Championship. I'm going to go with Adam Cole retains because I think he's going to end up losing it to Ciampa. And that is the first episode of Forward Recap. Let me know if you like the title. Let me know what your picks of matches were. Let me know what shows you're watching. Till next time, much love. JD out.